and welcome to
Let's Talk About Book,
where we talk about
Book.
I'm Smeevca,
And I'm Strawberry.
and we're reading The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah.
And definitely not anything else. I don't know why.
Don't worry about it. Why would you be thinking anything else?
I don't know why you would think that we would be maybe doing an episode about something else. We will.
We'll come back to it.
We will. We haven't recorded in a long while.
Yeah.
We've been having a hard time getting ourselves to record.
I've been doing a crazy amount of overtime
and just we've had a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
But basically we got excited about this.
Yep.
And so we decided to do it. And we want to do
shorter
episodes than we've been doing, because it's like whenever
it's hard to record for so long.
And so it's like we're going to try and record more shorter episodes so that we actually make episodes again.
Yeah.
And we're starting with this because if we do something that we're actually excited about, then we'll do it, and then we'll do more
of the others
as well.
Yeah,
so,
because we were excited about the others as well, but it's just,
So, a complete and utter breakdown of the concept of us having an upload schedule.
Yeah.
So, but it's fine.
We're working on it.
We're tiny.
Yep.
You have no expectations of us to begin with, I'm sure. And so, we're gonna be starting Stormlight Archives.
Yes. So we read the Prelude through chapter 1.
Yes.
So we read the prologues.
Which is funny. We read the Prelude, the Prologue, and chapter 1, which Sanderson has called a
secret prologue.
A secret prologue, which is secretly also a prologue. And so we're... only 3. See, back when we first started, and we were
doing that more...
We were doing, like, way fewer chapters, and so we're going to try and go back to some of that fewer chapter stuff, except with Cradle, we're probably still going to be doing
like, the whole book, I think.
Yes, because Cradle just...
The pacing, it like... With, like, Sanderson books, it's easier to just take a small, like, piece, and there's, like, a lot to, like, comb through, and Cradle just pulls you through the whole book, and you don't want to stop.
Yes.
Like, not that, like, Sanderson doesn't pull you through, but, like...
They're just, like, differently paced, they're shorter, And so we will do that. We've fully read the next...
Yes, we have fully read the next book.
Cradle book a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
And we've been meaning to do this, but, like, it's been so long, and then getting the time, because we've been so busy, and then at the beginning of every episode, we take time to explain why it's been so long that we haven't posted,
It's how it is.
And so, hopefully, shorter videos.
Yeah.
More of them. Still have no expectations about a regular upload schedule, but just the hope that by doing
these, like, shorter bits,
because we are excited about the books themselves.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's fun,
and I'm excited to get back to Game of Thrones as well.
Yes, it's fun to record and stuff. It's just also, like, a daunting task, and so trying to make it less daunting should hopefully help with that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into it then.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into the Prelude, which is very, very short.
Yes. Yeah.
Prelude
to the Stormlight Archive.
To the Stormlight Archive as a whole, and that's how you get away with having multiple prologues.
Exactly.
This isn't a book with 2 prologues. It's a series with a prelude and then a book with a prologue.
Exactly.
And
then chapter 1.
And then chapter 1. So here in the Prelude, it's very short.
Yes.
It's only like a few pages long. It's like it starts on page 1, ends on page 5, and it's only just barely onto page 5. And it's a lot of, like, keywords. Things that don't make any sense yet.
You're in the head of someone who knows this place well and has lived a long time and doesn't justify what he's saying, like...
Yes, it's very... the very beginning of Wheel of Time.
Yes.
Where, you have this thing going on between, the two people. This, like, conversation doesn't mean anything to us, and, like, magic happening, or that has happened that we don't know what this deal is.
Yep, and then, like, you come back to it, like, every book, or every, like, book and a half, or, like, half a book, or whatever. And, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yes, and, like, listening through it the first time, I'm like, I don't know.
This means nothing.
But even just going back and rereading it a little bit, so I fill in some gaps of just, like, having any amount of footing. So we're with Collect. Which, well, because it's spelled differently. because it's with A's here,
Yes.
Kalak. But then in the next chapter,
Right,
the
right.
prologue, when we're getting names of seemingly these people,
Yes,
they're
but, like-
similar but slightly different.
Yes,
and
yes.
so it's Kelek there as opposed to Kalak, which is fun. It implies language shift.
There's definitely a bit of that going on.
Which is fun. I do enjoy that. But we're getting things like Thunderclast,
Yes.
which is some enormous stone beast that's skeletal.
Yep.
And has like glowing eyes that go out and
Yep.
stuff, and it's just like, what is this? Don't know, but it's
Yep.
something.
Something that he fought seemingly, or
Something
they were
that
fighting.
has killed him in the past.
Yep.
And
that's a fun.
so it's just like, okay, so this guy's died before,
Yep.
and then he comes back.
And he said he's been around for centuries.
Yes, and it's just like, don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
Don't know
He's
how
just
that
like
works.
centuries and millennia, actually.
Yes, I'm pretty sure he does say both of those. And so it's a whole thing of like, what's going on here? Blood mixed red, orange, violet.
Yeah.
So it's like humans and non-humans and the dust bringers and the desolation.
Yep.
And shard blades and the oath pact and the radiance and it's
Yep.
just like keywords. What do any of these things mean? It's like, the oath pact is over. Oh my god.
Yep.
What does this
And
mean?
like every time like they die, seemingly they go to like a place of nightmares, like a hell like place, and are
Yes.
tortured.
Yep, they go and are tortured in hell for some reason until
Yep.
they come back for another desolation round. And,
Yep.
and 9 out of the 10 of these immortals,
Yeah.
who had the oath pact,
Yep.
Question mark.
Yep.
They 9 out of 10 of them survived.
Yep. They survived this time. And like Kleck says something about like a lot of times they do die or whatever, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
rare for like this many of them to have like survived.
Yes, and so all but one of them have survived, and it's Talonal.
Yep.
Or slash Talm.
Yep.
Who died, and so he is now getting stuck with the eternal hell torment,
Yep.
while everyone else is like,
They're
I'm
like,
not going.
we can't do it anymore.
I'm not going back. We're breaking the oath pact, and it's like,
It's like, maybe it'll still be upheld, like, because there's still one, but they're not sure about it. He's talking to
Yeah.
Yasrian.
and it's like there's something about like the enemy,
Yeah.
and he'll find a way around it.
Yeah, the enemy will find, yeah.
And so it's like, very, very devil, Dark One
Yep, yeah,
type shenanigans. We're getting the big mythical setup for all this sort of stuff, but it's all divorced from context.
Yep. And they also say that like they're leaving the Radiance, that they have the Radiance to help them or whatever. And they also like did a big lie basically where they're like, we won. Like it's like, okay, let's tell everyone we won, and
Yeah,
like,
it's
and
like-
maybe we did win. Maybe it'll be fine.
And it's like, but like, won what? What did you win?
Yeah.
And like, how does any of this work?
Yep.
How can you die and come back? And just 10 billion questions.
Oh, yes.
But that's the point.
Exactly.
It's meant to pique your interest. It's meant to get you curious about what all this stuff means, so that 4,500 years later,
Yes.
we can not get that answered. But then 5 years after that, we
can maybe
start getting answers. Because obviously we're at the very, very beginning.
Exactly.
I'm not expecting any sort of real answers for a long time.
Yep.
But it's getting us there. We have Kalak, Yezrian, and Talonal.
Yeah, those are the ones that we've seen mentioned out of the 10 at the beginning.
Kalak, Yezrian, and Tylenol.
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 Yeah, Tylenol.
Tylenol. So
Yeah.
it just sounds so much like Tylenol.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are some names we get of these like immortals or whatever, and yeah, it's
And then they like all leave their swords.
their swords in like a circle.
Yes.
in a stone.
Yep. And then leave, and they say they're not gonna like search each other out.
Yes, and so like I'm wondering, my immediate like just based off of nothing theory is like, there's a map, and I'm like, we've got various kingdoms. Did they go and found these kingdoms or something, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Okay, there's more than 10, it seems. These, like, named places and stuff. But I'm like, they went off and did what? Are they still out there being immortal? Can they live forever? Do they keep dying and coming back? How? Right. What's, you know, all these questions simply existing as questions. And, you know, I knew that this was going to be the case.
Yes.
You know, because it's like Mistborn is more straightforward in terms of like the start of Mistborn is like here's
here we are in basically present day, or you know.
Yes, it's like introducing you to the world in this way through the eyes of a ska and being like, here's what the world's like, getting you acclimated to it. This is like, hey, I'm going to explain nothing to you right now, and just try.
You're dropped in at the end of a conflict with some crazy stuff happening.
Yep, and so it's just like, you know, it's good shit. Good old fantasy nonsense.
Oh yes.
Ishar.
Oh yes, Ishar was mentioned.
Yes, Ishar.
Let's write that one down.
Was another name.
Yep.
Yeah, Ishar believes that so long as there is one of us still bound to the Oath Pact, it may be enough. There's a chance we might end the cycle of desolation.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What's with the cycle of you know, it's all a big question mark, and then, you know, you get to the end and it's Book 1, The Way of Kings, 4,500 years later.
Yeah, it's like, well, okay.
Well, all right. So a lot has changed, I imagine.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just fun. You get that fantasy sense of like, I've been thrown into a world with no understanding of what's going on. It's just throwing proper nouns at you.
Yep.
And so yeah, that's basically it for it. And then we can start getting into the prologue where things start, you know, where it's still confusing but less confusing.
Yeah.
And the longest bit of what we've read was the prologue. So in the prologue,
it's a lot of like immediate world building and immediate world setup and stuff.
Yes.
Like the other one was big, like the big like fantasy, you know, like
here's the big fantasy stuff going on, the big magic god fantasy
behind the scenes stuff
going on, that will become clearer with time as we, you know, uncover these sorts of like world mysteries. But here's what the sort of current political situation is.
And then our current mysteries, you know, our more
immediate plot moving mysteries that will at some point intersect with this other stuff somehow. And with that, we have
we start with Seth Son Villano.
Yes, Truthless of Shinovar.
Yep.
So we're putting down. Straub is typing me up.
Yes.
A sort of glossary of terms that I've encountered, so that we can keep track of these things moving forward. Just little notes and stuff. Well, actually, before we start with Seth Son Villano...
Oh, yes.
We start with, the love of men is a frigid thing, a mountain stream, only 3 steps from the ice. We are his, O Stormfather, we are his. It is but 1,000 days, and the ever-storm comes. Collected on the first day of the week, Pala of the month Shash of the year 1171, 31 seconds before death. Subject was a dark-eyed pregnant woman of middle years. The child did not survive. And so these will be our epigraphs this time around. I doubt we read those all together like we did with the epigraphs. I don't even know how much we're gonna read them or not.
We will want to do the epigraphs.
Yeah, like we did the epigraphs before. We read them together as like a thing, or just like
we'll want to take sections where we read the epigraphs together.
Okay.
I think we'll probably just do them with the chapter, and then we might want to do like little bits where we talk about just the epigraphs together.
Yeah, because I'm curious what this is about.
Yes.
Because so far they've all been like seemingly the last things, like people's like last words, seemingly.
Yes, it's like the ones we've read is like 10 seconds before death, or
Yes, from 31 seconds before death, and then
subject, like it's seemingly collected by someone or whatever.
Yes, because the other one's like you know, again, day, month, year, 10 seconds before death. Subject was dark-eyed soldier. You know, it's just like, and I'm like, where are we getting this from? What's going on? more mysteries, just like just a little non sequitur before
Yes.
the chapter starts. But then we get to Zeth Sun Valano, Truthless of Shinovar. So like Truthless, capitalized, whatever that means. Shinovar, place, seemingly a country, and he is a Parshendi.
His masters are the Parshendi, but he says that he is Shin and from Shinovar.
Okay, got you. And he is he black and red?
No, he is not.
He is not.
He is not. The people that he's working for are.
Okay.
Yes.
That was very unclear to me.
Yes. I listening to a few different podcasts similar to this going through, people have a similar thing, but he does say that he's from Shinovar and that he's Shin.
Yes. See, because I could have believed that the Parshendi were from Shinovar.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because...
Yes, yeah.
Right, because it's like they're like, you should wear this, and it's like, this is something in
our culture.
But like, he doesn't really get it, but he's just like doing it because that's what he was told to do.
Exactly.
Right. It's a whole thing. It's still a lot of just like proper nouns.
Oh yeah, and it's just dumping you in, and like it's
because it's a very complicated scenario.
Yes. Because you're being introduced to, like, basically, like, 3 cultures here, right?
Yes.
You're being introduced to Seth, and so you're being introduced to, like, the Shin, or whatever, and he's being hired by the Parshendi, so you're seeing the Parshendi culture from his point of view, and then he is in Alethkar.
Yes.
So he's also going over the Alethi stuff from his point of view.
Yes, and so it's all...
Yep.
It's all a lot. I was very much wrong and confused about the nature of his whole deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah.
Recalibrate.
Yes, because
is the whole different thing.
Because that maybe makes some stuff make more sense.
Got you.
As to, like, them assuming, like, not immediately assuming that he was from the Parshendi doing this thing. Because it's like, well, if he was fucking black and red like they are, then,
he'd be a little noticeable.
It'd be more noticeable, and so that explains some of that.
Yeah.
And so I guess it's the Shin who have this, because so he's gonna do an assassination.
Yes.
He's gonna assassinate the king of the Alethi.
Yeah.
Alethkar, the king of Alethkar, who has a name.
Gavilar.
Gavilar. And he's gonna do that, and so he's like hanging out at this like party.
Yeah.
And
so we're just seeing a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, we get these, because I know that like the light eyes dark eyes thing is like a thing.
Yeah.
And we get a little bit of that in here. Yeah. Just sort of like it like mentioned.
Yeah, just like.
But it's like stormlight.
Yes.
There's like lanterns.
Yep.
That glow with stormlight, and like ladies who have glowing gems of stormlight like in their hair and stuff, and he's like, stormlight is holy, it's sacred, and so like they're like
using it for lighting and for ornamentation is profane.
Yes, and so he's like not happy about it.
Yeah.
And
as is walking on stone to him.
Yeah, walking on stone made to build things.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
The stone's made to build things, and so walking on stone is profane. And he calls them stonewalkers a lot of times in his head throughout this.
Got you. I don't know that like fully registered to me. It was just like, okay.
Yeah, he's like, oh, those stonewalkers, like, you know, like, they're so, you know.
Yeah, he does mention the stone. It's had a large stone room. Like, mentions it. But yeah, and so he's just sort of like taking all this stuff in, and he's like, all right, time to go kill people.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
he's not super happy about it.
No, he's not particularly. He's like, killing is bad, but I'm a truthless.
Yes.
Whatever that means. Yeah. And so, you know, so he gets to kill people. And he has all these thoughts about, like, you know, sort of like honor and tradition and sacred and profane and all this kind of stuff. But a lot of this prologue is like we get that like there's jumping all over the place, but it's because we're not doing this sort of like normal like going through it almost sort of page by page in order. But in the prologue we're introduced to a bunch of things. We're introduced to the Shin kind of through this guy. but also the Parshendi, and the Parshendi are related to the Parshmen, who are like servants for people, and the Parshendi are Parshmen who can think.
Yes.
And neither them nor the Alethi who call them that seem to think of it as an insult or something like that. And so I don't know what's up with them. The fact that they're literally like black and marbled with red, they seem genuinely not human, you know? And so I do wonder what their deal is. Is calling them Parshmen who can think an accurate description, or is it an insult? In a way, you know, to like regular Parshmen. Don't know yet, because it's like, well, they aren't humans, so like anything could be true about them at this point. But the Alethi are making some sort of like deal, some sort of treaty with the Parshendi, and but then the Parshendi are sending this guy Zeth to go assassinate the king.
Yep, the night of the treaty.
The night of the treaty, and to be loud about it.
Yes.
To be loud about it, to be seen, you know. And it's like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, well, because they want war with you for some reason, probably. I don't know why they're trying to intentionally provoke you, seemingly. But I'm sure that there's some sort of reason for that. But yeah, a lot of this chapter is... Zeth doesn't know why this stuff is happening.
No, he's just doing it.
And so
he honestly prefers that. He doesn't want to know more than he, you know.
Yes. He's like, I'm just here to be an assassin. I don't want to know why I'm doing it. I don't need to know. He's got interesting sort of like religious stuff going on where it's like, he's like, I'm not trying to die actively because like that would be bad. But I wouldn't.
He says that that's his only, the only thing that's like forbidden or whatever is he can't take his own life.
Yes, he can kill anyone except for himself, and he can't like try and like just let them kill him.
Right. Yeah.
But he is like, I'd be pretty stoked if I died. Because he's not happy about having to kill people and be an assassin and be truthless and stuff.
His first line is, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Like, actual, like, spoken line.
Yes, because they're like, who are you? And he's like, I'm sorry.
Yep.
And then he starts murdering these fools because he siphons the stormlight out of the lamps and stuff into himself. And so a lot of this prologue is kind of setting up what the magic system is going to be like, at least this portion of it. It's a lot of combat. It's a lot of him thinking about combat and thinking about how his magic works and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like he breathes in the stormlight, and then as long as he's like holding his breath.
Yeah.
Like whenever he breathes out, it like...
Yeah. It's like leaking out of him constantly a little bit, but then like when he breathes...
But when he breathes especially. It's like whenever he's holding his breath, he's holding it better.
Yeah.
But he's still like too porous of a vessel to like properly contain it.
Yeah, and he said that like legends say that Voidbringers could hold it like indefinitely, but who knows? But he's like, who knows if that's true or not.
And the Voidbringers, the way that they end up getting described makes them sound like they're the Thunderclasts from the Prelude. Something about like glowing eyes and being made of stone or something. And so I'm like, they sound like the Thunderclast from the beginning. But it's like whenever he has Stormlight in his body, he's fucking supercharged. He can move better. He's like faster and stronger and all that kind of stuff. You know, your typical sort of magically enhanced fighty stuff. Yeah. But then specifically, he can like what do they call it? What does he call
Lashing.
it? Lashing. He can he can use the Stormlight to lash things. He can lash himself and other things to other things. And it's basically gravity stuff. He can be like, hey, for you, over there is down now. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And so he does that to like walk on the ceiling and make someone else go on the ceiling. And he also does it to like fall down a hallway and land on these guys' faces.
And then he does it like, he'll like jump off the wall and then like change it to like the floor so he can do like a longer flip and stuff like that, like fall further and like just make like
just like jump and make the ceiling
Yes.
down so that he like goes up and then back to the floor
Yep.
so that he can just like,
Yep.
affect his trajectory.
So all
like
these
that.
just like weird like physics stuff.
Yes, it
yeah.
feels in a lot of ways like
Yes.
Mistborn with like the pushing and pulling, but just like
Yep.
a different way of doing like similar kinds of
Yes.
stuff, which is interesting. And I do have this notion of like and this would be getting into like chapter 1.
Yeah.
Because like, in chapter 1 we get introduced like Kaladin.
Yes.
And I have this notion of someone making a joke about fucking like, Kaladin will fucking super ultra kick somebody in the chest with lightning and then be sad about it later or whatever. But like, like ultra drop kicking someone through the chest and then being sad about it later.
Got you.
And so as soon as that guy was like, I make the hallway, I make it so that it's like a pit that I'm falling down and I land on this dude's like these two people's face. I'm like, that's familiar. I have some notion of in Stormlight people like, doing a maneuver like that. I make over there down so that I fall kick into you.
Yep.
From your perspective, I'm like rocketing sideways
like, right
into
through
you.
But to me, I'm falling.
But to me, I'm falling, which reminds me of Ender's Game.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
The way that like a lot of the like gravity stuff is described and like that room and everything.
Yep, where it's like the no gravity room, and so it's like, what's
those were some of the best scenes in Ender's Game. Like those were fun.
Those were fun. Ender's Game is odd.
I really enjoyed Ender's Game. I attempted one of the other books and was not happy with it.
I've heard that said before.
Yeah. But I didn't read the next book in the series. I read whatever book is Bean's book because I liked Bean in Ender's Game and I hated him as a protagonist. Like,
interesting.
I don't know what it was about his perspective.
Yeah.
I was unhappy. I'm like, I don't like this.
I only read Ender's Game.
Yeah.
I only read Ender's Game. And
I think that's probably good.
Yeah, and I was fine with that, and Brady was like, but there's like stuff left at the end that like,
you
and
don't
I'm
need
like,
to, you don't need to touch it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I didn't feel like I needed
to
go see it. It was just like, I was fine with it ending where it ended, and then like you go back and you relook at it and you're like, there's some weird stuff about Ender's Game for sure. But I do remember enjoying it at the time, but also being a little bit like, this is odd occasionally.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dick stuff in Ender's Game.
Really? I read it in high school, so I don't like...
I just remember that there was like this one kid who basically would like hold an iPad over his crotch that had like a big dick on it.
I don't remember that.
I remember that very distinctly.
It's very funny. I don't remember that at all.
Yes, that is very clear in my mind because they're like fairly young.
That's, yeah.
But yeah, and Ender just like kills a bunch of people.
Oh yeah. Anyway,
dog
barked.
The dog barked and ran off and made a whole noise. But yeah, anyway, the prologue. Zeth does a bunch of cool flips and shit. He has a shard blade, which he like summons like a D&D character.
Yes, yeah.
And it's never fully described how that summoning works. It just
like after the 10th heartbeat, it appears into his hand, like coalescing out of mist. It says, and that's it.
Yeah, what's up with that? Because also the shard blades seem to it's not like a technique, right? You're not like materializing one. It's like, because later the king has a shard blade and it's like, oh, this is like a big deal and I could like take it.
Yes.
And so
it appeared when he died from mist.
Yes. Yeah.
So we did see him summon it, I think or maybe we didn't see him summon it, but
right.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, how do these work?
Yeah.
It's like we get the shard blades and we also get armor.
Yes, we do get shard plate as well.
Shard plate, and so it's like we get those things, and how they work is not clear yet.
Yeah.
What their deal is.
And they seemingly can take like 2 hits from like a shard blade.
Yes.
So it's like not indestructible, but it's it's like seemingly makes him like
Yes, it's like the...
Makes him stronger and, like, quicker, maybe.
Yes, which feels like Stormlight, like how when he gets a Stormlight in him, he becomes, like, stronger and quicker and stuff. That, like, maybe the armor is doing that for the other guy.
Got you, yeah.
And because then, like, as his armor gets, like, more broken, he becomes, like, more sluggish and stuff.
Yep, and you see Stormlight leak out of the armor as well.
Yes, and there's, like, crystals with Stormlight in them that are, like, in the breastplate, like, whenever he, like...
Yeah, because Zeth, like, takes the breastplate off and then, like, uses some of the Stormlight to heal a bit.
Yes, because the Stormlight, like, heals him, but not, like, super fast, just, like, you know...
Yeah, we're jumping all around this chapter.
We're jumping all around.
It's alright.
But that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, we're good.
Because most of what this chapter is just, like, action.
Yeah.
A lot of what this is just, like...
there's a lot of action and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like,
and then there's a lot of just, like, names and stuff of people thrown around, like... A bunch of, like, the Alethi, like, royalty and stuff are, like, name dropped throughout the chapter, and, like...
Right, and it's just, like, they don't mean anything to me yet.
No.
You know? Like, we get, like, the King's heir gets name dropped, but I don't remember that guy's name.
Elokar. He was talking to a couple.
Yeah, and then there's also, like, the king had, like, was it, like, a brother?
Yeah, brother, because he's mentioned at the end.
Yes, because the brother's mentioned at the end.
Yeah, because, this Dalinar is mentioned.
Yes, because that name's familiar.
Is his brother.
And, oh yeah, and there's also, the names of where it's like the like Vorin religion.
Yes. Yasna was also mentioned briefly.
What?
Yasna was also mentioned briefly. The king's daughter.
Got you. Yeah, and like the names of the... Yeah, because it's like there's a line of statues depicting the 10 heralds from ancient Vorin theology. Yezereze, Ishi, Kelek, Talon, Alat. And so it's like those names from the beginning, but they're symmetrical.
Yes.
Which I know that the symmetrical names thing is a thing.
Yes.
With Stormlight.
Yep.
I have certain little things that I know about Stormlight from you talking about it.
There's nothing I can do sometimes. I've tried to be good. I have not.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like you would talk about some of these stuff like way a long time ago. And like, and also just sort of like a general... As I've gotten into, like, nerd stuff and you see some sort of occasional Stormlight, Sanderson type stuff, it's like, I'm fine knowing a little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Vorin symmetrical names?
Yes.
Sure, that's not, like, a spoiler for anything. It's just, like, a
and, like,
thing.
the whole safe hand thing, which we saw, like, a brief, like, glimpse of that where, like,
the women, like, when it's describing their dress, it's like, oh, there's, like, the long...
Yeah, the left sleeve is longer than the right.
To hide the hand, and it's like, oh, they had an odd sense of propriety.
Yes, yeah.
And that sort of stuff. So it's like these little sort of, like, things like that are getting, like, dropped, but, like, a lot of the, like, main sort of, like, bulk of this prologue is the, like, action of, like, going and fighting the guards and killing the king.
Yes.
And all the, like, magic that goes with that. And we were talking about the lashings at one point. You can, like, change the direction of gravity for things by lashing them. But then also he can, like, lash them, do a full lashing to just, like, stick two things together.
Yes, yeah.
To fully just, like he stuck a door closed by, like, lashing the door to its frame.
Yeah, and it can also do one that will attract smaller objects to the lashing.
To just make, like, a localized little point of gravity.
Yeah.
To, like, he has to be touching the thing.
Yes.
It's called a reverse lashing, but that sounds like a bad name for it.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bad name for it. It's like it creates a little spot of, like, localized, heavier, of, like, intense gravity.
Yeah.
And it, like, makes a dark aura. Like, a little... Yeah. Like, it makes the area, like, darker because, like, it pulls light in. And smaller objects will get, like, pulled towards, like, a localized area of, like...
stronger gravity.
Stronger gravity. And I'm like, that's not a reversal of any of the stuff that you've been doing with it.
Yeah, it's the same,
It's the same kind of thing. I was expecting it to, like... When you said reverse lashing, I'm like pushing things away, and then it did something that just I would not have named it that way. I would call that unintuitive in its naming.
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's fine. The shard blade.
Yes.
is
Yes.
a lightsaber.
Yes, yes, yeah.
It is the most, because like our conception of what lightsabers can do, as pop culture has gone on, this idea that like a lightsaber can cut through basically anything.
Yes.
And the idea of like, there's like a joke of like a lightsaber falling like blade down completely straight down and just like boring a hole into the center of the earth. There was even a Rick and Morty episode about that. And it's just like a shard blade can cut through any solid material seemingly with no resistance.
Yeah, if it's dead.
Yes. Any solid material,
Yeah.
except whenever you're hitting a like living thing,
Yeah.
it goes through that thing
Yeah.
without physically injuring it, but just cuts the soul.
Yes, yeah, and like it can happen with like a limb. So it could, if it hits like all the way through like an arm or whatever, then like the arm will be.
Then the arm will just go dead.
Yes, yeah.
Which is cool. It's definitely a thought that I've had before. That idea of like an energy sword that hits your
Yeah.
soul directly. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it reminds me a little bit of Yu Yu Hakusho, but not exactly, because like Kuwabara has like a energy sword that he uses
Whenever I
as his
think
weapon.
of energy sword, I think of like the Halo sword.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if Kuwabara's energy sword thing actually works like that though, but that's fine.
I don't think that's how the Halos.
No,
it doesn't
right.
work out either. But
Oh no, yeah, but because like Kuwabara in the show, he like has like a stick, like a broken stick that he then makes the energy come out of, and then later he can make like the whole thing
yeah.
out of
Okay.
energy, and he's like, I don't even need that little stick anymore. That's like a focus for it. But yeah, so shard blades, they're cool. They're lightsabers,
Yep.
but instead of cutting through you, they just attack your soul directly, which is fun and an idea that I've always liked, because it's a way of making it sort of like you can get hit by it and take damage without actually like taking damage. And whenever you're taking like HP spirit damage
Yeah.
rather than direct physical damage, it can be a little bit more like narratively easy to be like, and how do we heal this? Don't worry about it, instead of having to worry about like the logistics of
Right.
like actual
healing.
physical healing, which is not like any sort of criticism or anything. It's just like, it's just fun. So, like, we're getting some hints into, like, the magic and stuff. I had this notion that, like, Kaladin's going to be doing this magic and stuff, but so far he's not necessarily done any magic, but we'll get to that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and then he kills the king by doing some crazy shit. He, like, gets him onto the balcony and then, like, lashes the balcony to the floor so many times that it, like, breaks.
It's a tough fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Gavilar does does pretty well.
Yeah, because he's in, like, the fucking crazy plate.
Because then there's a whole thing of, like, he's wearing the plate, and they have someone dressed as the king run off so that he'll chase him. And so then Zeth does start to fall for that, but then is like, no, the safest spot would actually be back there, and he's not following me. That's wrong.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and so that was interesting. And there's a whole thing about, like, the plate, and that, like, he can't... Zeth doesn't use the plate because his lashings... would interfere with it. So it's, like, an interesting sort of, like, trade-off of, like, are you going to be a martial caster, or are you going to go full martial? Am I just a martial with magical weapons, or am I going to, like, learn how to cast some spells? But in that case, I can't wear the armor. It's neat. It's because I was, like, expecting him to start doing some Stormlight shenanigans like that, and then we did get an explanation as to why he can't.
He can't, it has to do a regular fight. Like, he can use the lashings on himself, but he just can't.
Yes. Yeah. And so it was...
yes, but yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
And so it's just, like, interesting because it's, like, you're trading sort of, like, mobility.
Yes.
And some of this, like, trickier magic stuff that you can do.
Right.
For, like, protection.
Yes.
Because that plate can only be hurt by, like, the shard blades, seemingly, right? Like, it is pretty much indestructible except for to shard blades.
Basically. It's pretty tough.
Yeah. So it's like if you don't have a shard blade, then you're pretty much fucked. Yeah. Against him and his shard blade and full shard plate.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Which
and then his reach. So his sword, Gavilar's sword, is 6 feet.
Yes, because it's like fully the size of like a person.
Yeah.
Which is like that's classic two-hand Zweihander sword type shit. But
The dogs are being menaces today. So if you hear barking...
They can't abide by the fact that we have writs.
No.
They
must bark.
They must bark at our roommate who's been here for months and months.
Yeah, we were talking shard.
Right. It doesn't matter. I said all the things about the shard blade and plate and stuff, basically, you know.
I did want to go over him dying, though. Like, the actual...
Yes, I was wanting to talk about that and get to that, but we kept going off on other parts of it.
Yes.
Because I was like, he dies by, like, the thing with the balcony, and I was like, explaining that, and then we got off on the other stuff. Because everything's always connected to everything else. Oh, now you're back? Are you done barking forever and ever? Little Miss Ma'am? Now you've come to come chill with us during recording? Come here, Holly. Come here. Not you, Tilly. You're gonna be so in the way. Alright, now we have a little
friend.
A little friend. I don't know if you heard her little noise. He kills the king, but the king, before he dies, he says something.
Yeah, he says a few things. I actually want to go over this little bit just because.
Yes, I want to go over that a little bit as well.
Because there's a few things. First, you can tell Thydakar that he's too late. I don't know who that is. Then who? Rastaris, Sadius, I never thought, and then my Masters of the Prescendi. The Prescendi? That makes no sense. He pulled out a small crystalline sphere tied to a chain. You must take this. They must not get it. He seemed dazed. Tell my brother he must find the most important words a man can say.
Got you. Right, and so it's like, there's the bit of advice to the brother.
Yeah.
There's this, like, orb of darkness.
Yes.
An orb that radiates darkness, seemingly. Black light. And it needs to be kept away from someone.
From them,
whoever they are. Maybe those people that he was just talking about, that he thought that guy was working for, or maybe
says
not.
Thydakar, Rastaris, and Sadius.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, maybe them. And it's like, don't let them get this spooky black orb. And the guy's like, okay, I guess so.
It was completely dark. Though it was completely dark, it seemed to glow somehow, with a light that was black.
Which, like, would be like darkness, maybe?
Yeah.
Like, it's glowing with a light that's black. That just sounds like darkness, like it's emanating darkness.
Yeah.
And he's like, last words, last requests are, like, sacred, where I come from.
Yeah.
So he, like, is like, sure, I guess I'll do this. He takes the king's hand and like writes in the king's own blood, like next to him, as if the king wrote it in his own blood there at the end, the message to his brother.
Yes. Brother, you must find the most important words a man can say.
Yes. And I don't know what the answer to that riddle is going to be.
And he also, Zeth also thinks, he left the king's shard blade. He had no use for it. The blade Zeth already carried was Kursanov.
Yeah, and so, like, what makes that blade a curse? Probably just the fact that he's like, I'm a killer and I don't want to be a killer.
Yeah.
You know? Is like part of it. I don't want to be like a better killer by getting a better, cooler sword, you know? So yeah, those are sort of like the big questions.
Yep.
Kind of like left here at the end. It's like, why is this sort of political conflict happening? What's the deal with his, like, brother? What's the deal with these, like, magic artifacts and stuff, you know?
And also Stormlight seems to, like, heal him some as well.
Yes.
And stuff.
Yes, because it like sort of enhances all of the body's stuff, and so it, like, also quickens healing and stuff. And it's like, you won't be fully healed for, like, hours, but he'll heal in hours as opposed to healing in days and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's basically the prologue, right?
Yeah, it's very fun. It's another one that you
go back to over time, and it's like, oh, that's what that is. Oh, that's what that's about. Oh, you know.
It's honestly really cool.
Yeah.
Like, we'll see as we go on,
right? Like,
through the series and stuff. But, like, this prologue and stuff is very fun.
Nice.
Is all I'll really say.
Yeah. Are we ready to go on to chapter 1 then?
Yes.
Yeah. Chapter 1. But first, a little addendum about the previous chapter. Shalash
Yes.
was one of the statues that was mentioned, and it was removed. It's not there.
It's
and
missing.
That's not the guy who died from the beginning. So it's some other reason.
And that's weird, because, like, Gavilar's supposed to be, like,
religious.
Pretty, like, devout. And, like, people say, like, too devout. So, like, what?
Yep. So that's, like, a little thing from last time. And that, like, Alethi scholars are close to making new shard blades or something,
Yeah, that's what,
supposedly.
like, the rumor is.
And at first I thought that meant, like, oh, new ones as in, like, new, better ones.
Oh, yes.
As in, like, oh, they're gonna make, like, a new type of shard blade that's better, but then it's like, oh, wait, it seems like so far all of the shard blades and shard plate have been described as, like, ancient.
Yes.
And so it's like, oh,
being able to make them at all.
Yes, being able to make them at all. Make new ones as opposed to having to, like, fight over old ones and stuff. And so if they can make new ones, they'll be able to take over fucking everywhere.
Yes, yeah.
And so that's, like, a whole thing.
Yeah.
And now, actually, chapter 1.
Yes.
Where in
Alethkar, yes.
Alethkar, and we're taking part in a war.
Yep.
We're with Sen.
Yep, it's seemingly like a border skirmish. Like, mentions later that it's like two, like...
That it's like two Alethi.
Yep.
And he's like, why are we fighting each other? Why aren't we fighting, you know, because so-and-so Dalinar?
Yes.
Is out in the...
Dalinar Kholin and Gavilar's son, Alethkar.
Yes. Are out fighting...
the Preshendi in the Shattered Plains. And that's that was what Kaladin's goal is. Like, throughout this whole chapter, like, he's like, as... We see it through Sen's point of view.
Yes, we see it through Sen's point of view, but
he keeps hearing that, like, oh, he wants to go
to the Shattered Plains,
where the soldiers will be, like, trained well, and it's honorable battle, and this, that, and the other.
And the fighting will mean something, you know. And
here it's just dumb skirmishes, but I want to go fight in a real...
And Sen's, like, was it 15? Which is just, like, so young.
Yes.
You know, and that's, like, part of the point. He's like, I'm not well trained, and he's like, I'm gonna die. And then one of the people's like, nah, you're in Kaladin's squad.
You're good.
You'll be fine. He takes care of people like you.
Kaladin's Stormblessed. He's lucky.
And then it's like, he's not lucky. He just actually knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and, like, he cares about his people. That's the thing. Like, he cares about his people, you know?
Yes, and so it's like, throughout this section, it's getting a feeling of, like, being in the battle and how they protect Sen and his men and Kaladin's men are, like, willing to get injured.
Yeah.
Because
they know that they'll be, like, taken care of, and
because Kaladin's bribing the people who go and, like, pick up the injured and take them.
Yeah, and then he also seemingly has some field, like, medicine, like, ability and stuff as well.
Yes, he has some sort of knowledge of that. And Kaladin's way younger than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
He's 19.
Yeah.
Which you said that, like, in this world, the years are, like, a different...
Yeah, I think, like, the years are a different length. And so everyone's technically a bit older if you compare it to...
Like Earth years
/
and stuff.
Scadrial.
Yes. And so it's like, you know... but Kaladin, because, like...
Oh, there may be Mistborn spoilers... we should probably write that
like
early on. That there will probably be Mistborn spoilers throughout.
Yes, we've read all of Mistborn Era 1.
Era 1 plus
the Scadrial essay and the Secret History.
Yes, thank you.
And so, like, we're going into this with that level of, or I'm going into this with that level of, like, Cosmere knowledge, and so I will be, like, making reference to those and kind of assuming that you already, like, know those.
You may want to put something in the beginning saying that, actually.
Yeah, I was thinking I could just, like, write that somewhere.
You can just write it somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And, so what were we actually saying about...
I got distracted.
about this is Kaladin is younger than I expected.
Yes.
Knowing that Kaladin is, like, one of the main people in this book, I don't know why I assumed that he was going to be, like, in his 30s.
Yeah.
That he was going to be, like... Because I knew that he was, like, a super cool soldier man.
Yeah.
So I expected him to be, like, in his 30s or something, and then he's, like, 19.
Yeah. Pretty young, and seemingly cares a lot about young soldiers.
Yes.
Like, wants to protect, especially...
And hates light eyes, and is really excited to kill one of these, like, like higher ups on the other side.
Yeah. He wants honorable light eyes, like he expects at the Shattered Plains and stuff.
Yes,
that's what he wants.
Yes, because like I did definitely see that, but he's also like as soon as he sees that there is one that he can go fuck up on the other side, he wants to go do that. And they're
immediately,
and they're like, you don't have to do that. And he's like, but this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah. It can get us on the Shattered Plains, we can get,
Yep, and they're like, I don't know if this is smart, and he's like, I'm gonna go do it.
Yeah.
So he's like really like excited to go specifically after this like higher up person.
I think they say Bright Lord.
Yes. I think that like he seems like he doesn't like them in the way that they are usually very shitty.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, they'll be in this mythical other place, they'll be like better.
Yes.
Which I do like. I do like that, there's that sort of, like, tension, that complication. I'm very much expecting that it will not be as great as he's expecting. That's kind of the obvious where this is going to go, But, yeah, and so it's like we're getting...
How everyone fights in formation, and it's all,
Yep, and it's all war done the proper right way.
Exactly.
The honorable way, not the, shitty, awful war way.
Yes.
Yeah, and so we get to see this, like, battle. We get to see him, Sen go through it.
Yeah.
And be saved by Kaladin.
Yeah, and we see how, like, Kaladin's group is working, like, well together. And he, like, they very much respect him, and he keeps them, like,
well
safe.
Taken care of. Yeah. But then everyone else is kind of, like, a shit show.
Yeah.
And Sen's like, oh, I didn't realize how poorly we were actually doing in this battle because of how well our squad was doing.
Yeah.
Do you hear this, pup? Did you hear her little dancing, her little tip taps?
But then we get a shard bearer coming through. Where they say like, oh, that's totally not gonna happen here or whatever.
Yes, because whenever he first sees the Bright Lord, he's like, a shard bearer.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's not even close.
Yeah.
And then when the actual shard bearer shows up, it's like, oh shit, how could I have possibly thought that other person was a shard bearer? Because this person's got the real shit.
Yeah.
But we don't know yet who this person is or why they're here or why,
It like ends there basically.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Shard bearer.
Yeah.
Because of the Cosmere knowledge that I have from the Scadrian essay and I'm like, oh, Scadrial is dishardic, and the shards are like ruin and preservation. Yeah. So them being shard bearers is setting off Cosmere alarms in my brain.
Makes sense.
Could be nothing.
Yeah. I mean, shard is it is a big word in the Cosmere, so
Yes. So I'm like I'm on high alert.
Yeah.
I'm on high alert when it comes to this shard bearer nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on here?
What's the deal?
What's the deal? So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yep.
What else is there about this first chapter?
It's a lot of just getting introduced to Kaladin through another point of view, and like more kind of world setup, just like that the Alethi like are infighting over here and stuff. And I think who he's under is Amaram, and Amaram is under Sadeas.
Yes, yeah, because there was some like talk about that, about like who like the prince was or whatever.
Yes, and like Gavilar actually mentioned Sadeas in his whole like in his group of names that he was. He was like, was it Thydakar who sent you? Restaris, Sadeas?
Got you. Yeah.
So it's just...
Got you. And I hadn't made that connection.
I don't know if you can hear that, but our dog is making all the noise.
She's whining so much. She just wants to play so bad. I think.
She wants pets and attention.
Yep. She wants pets and attention. Maybe to go OUT.
You guys want to go outside?
Do you want to go outside?
I'm going to let them out.
Yeah, she certainly wants to go outside.
I don't think Tilly does.
No, I think Tilly's just chill.
Yeah, we also get more description of like the environment and stuff a little bit. This like stone battlefield.
Yeah, because we're getting some
rock buds around and stuff.
Rock buds, Kremling.
Yeah, and Sen is like
sky eel.
Yeah, Sen's like, oh, this could be a good pasture if it,
Mm-hmm.
if it wasn't like a battlefield like this or whatever.
Right, but everything's all like rocky,
Yes.
and it's very sort of like desert-y.
Yeah.
Type of place, which is interesting.
Yeah, but is there anything else in chapter 1 that you...
Is there anything else? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that there's really anything else in particular.
I do want to ask you...
Oh,
go ahead.
When Kaladin saves Sen, and he's fighting those guys, he's described as having some sort of like
warping of the air around him, and then Sen's like, oh, but I'm losing
a lot of blood, and so I'm like, something's up with that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but that's definitely getting us to be like, oh, there's something going on here.
Yeah, it was when he killed like 6 people, right? Or like
yes.
he went up against like 6.
And it's like, he like stabs one person with a dagger, and then he does another thing, and then another dagger, and it's like, when did he even pull that dagger?
Yep.
So like, I feel like he's maybe doing some Stormlight shenanigans like that other person was.
Yeah.
But also that guy, another thing from the prologue that we didn't mention is that the guy, whenever he's like breathing in the stormlight and stuff, he's like, this is ancient shit that no one knows about.
Yes, he's like, oh, no one here would like know what this is. They know a shard blade when they see it, but
no one's seen this technique in forever.
And he said that he's killed any stonewalker who's seen it.
Yes, and also he makes a reference at one point about like ancient records being like horribly inaccurate.
Yeah. Yes.
And so I'm like, are you a weird immortal man?
Right.
Me?
Yeah, why do you know the legends are inaccurate?
Why do you know that they're inaccurate? How do you know that? How are you doing this ancient technique thing? What's up with that? Questions like that.
Yeah.
And so I feel like maybe Kaladin's got some weird stuff going on, because it's like, oh, the air was warping around him when he was doing this stuff, and I'm like, something's up with that. But also it's like, it's still so new that I can't like, there's so much, with so little right now, there's so little to speculate with any sort of reasonableness, it's just like soaking in the mystery of it, just being like there are all these questions, these new things that we don't have answers to yet, and just sort of like getting established as to like what's going on. And
introduced to a lot of that.
So I'm like, Kaladin, we're gonna learn some more about what his deal is and whatnot. I know that like, because we've watched some of Brandon Sanderson's like lectures, he talks about how like this chapter is basically like, I want to show you how cool Kaladin is, but if I did it from his perspective, it would like it comes across better when it's someone else seeing how cool he is,
rather than like looking
you the author through his perspective, being like, see how cool he is and how all this like cool stuff that he's doing, you should like think that he's cool and awesome. It like comes across better when you're getting it from the perspective of someone who would realistically think that Kaladin's pretty cool and awesome because he literally just saved me and I'm a new soldier and all that jazz, so I think that's it for chapter 1.
I think so.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
I
think it's a good intro and such.
Do we want to do a what we've been reading section? So what we've been reading.
It's been a minute, so like there's been
and it's like with doing these shorter episodes, I feel like, because like a lot of the longer ones we get to the end, like
well, we're tired.
But mainly lately, I mean, it's been like a long time, so like I'm sure we've done various things, but Deltarune came out just recently.
It's been fun. I haven't played it, but I watched you play it, and I've watched playthroughs, because I'm not good at Deltarune. I'm not, and I got burnt out by the Spamton secret fight in chapter 2, and I've been unable to get myself to continue.
Yep, and we've just been like over here getting annoyed at the fandom for its dumb theory-brained bullshit.
Bad. It's real bad. I am getting a premonition of... I was around the Sherlock fandom after that ended. I saw Stranger Things fandom go crazy. This fandom has the makings of one that's like, where's my chapter 0? Or where's my chapter 8?
It's like, well, all of our crazy, unhinged theories that don't actually like
that have totally been set up and totally are so obvious.
And it's like, we're gonna get double, triple fake outed and all this kind of stuff where it's like, people are like, we've been in a permanent state of hiatus brain that, like, having a new chapter come out doesn't help much. It's
only a day. It's a day, and then you're back in hiatus brain.
Yes.
Which is, oh, no.
Yes. and it's, like...
With the type of, like, lore community that, like, you know, like FNAF or something. You know, like, that type of, you know...
Yes.
Kind of obsessive. Which is very fun. Like, doing all the crazy background theories is very, very fun. But I just wish people understood that there are casual people playing the game, and that the game needs to make sense to casual players as well.
Yes, and that, like, this stuff will need to actually get set up in the main story moving forward.
Not in the code.
and that all the stuff that we have is not set up.
No.
It's like, they're vague hints that you can only... It's like, they're vague hints, and they're vague even... Like, you have to go out of your way to find these vague hints.
Yeah.
It's not even like there's vague hints that if you go into it are more solid things. It's even the most solid thing we have is a vague hint that you can only find if you do this one specific set of things.
You could play Undertale 3 times and Deltarune all the way through, like, twice, and still not have any idea of what people are talking about with the behind-the-scenes lore stuff.
Yes.
It's just not there in text. I'm sorry.
Yes, and so it's like we've been having little tiny interactions with people about that. Because it's just the way it goes, you know. It's like, hey, have you played Deltarune and aren't into all of the, like, theory stuff? Have you, like, not been watching all the theory videos and stuff? Just, like, find a random one and watch it, and you'll be so confused.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be so confused as they just, like, casually are like, and then Gaster we know is doing this, and Image Friend that, and you're like, who? Fully just like, who? Who are either of those? I've
never heard of this.
Never fucking heard of this. And so it's just like, you know, like shout out if you're like, oh yeah, I played Deltarune. I don't keep up with all the, like, theory stuff, but, like, I played it. It's just like, Image Friend. Does that mean anything to you?
Right.
You know? Oh yeah, so in Chapter 5 it was confirmed that Image Friend is a cat, except there's not just one Image Friend, it's like a pack of cats, a herd of cats, which basically goes against a bunch of theories, except for, like, one person's theory who was like, I don't think Image Friend is going to be as important as y'all think he is.
Yep.
And then people are still like, hell yeah.
No, this confirms that Image Friend is behind everything.
People were, like, making image fraud memes, like, oh, he's not actually going to be that important. And then the new chapter comes out, and we get the only bit of solid information we've ever gotten about Friend, and people are like, boom, Friend's back on the menu. This is going to be super important, even though this didn't confirm any of our theories except that Image Friend was a cat.
Yep. Also, still no name.
Still no name. Still literally no name. Just like...
Just this cat picture.
Yep, and it's just like, if you've played Deltarune and not done any of the theory stuff, everything we've said so far has been nothing to you.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything to you.
To even see it, like, in a normal playthrough, you kind of have to know to look for it.
Yes.
Right? Like, you have to go back and forth. It's like with the eggs, where you have to go back and forth and do some stuff.
Yep.
You're not finding that by accident.
No.
Like, it's just not happening.
Yes, like, most people aren't going to find this by accident.
And half the time it's found by mining the
by, like, data mining the game.
And then doing it. Like, it's...
Yeah, and so it's just like... And so then when people are like...
If you can't even find it by accident, how is it set up in the game?
Right, exactly.
That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous.
Repeatedly foreshadowed. This has been repeatedly foreshadowed that Friend's gonna show up.
It's like, I'm sure there will be some fun background lore stuff with that stuff going on.
But it's
Make theories about that if you want to, whatever. But don't say it's going to be the forefront main plot, because that's dumb.
Right. So yeah. So
anyway, that's what we've been
enjoying.
Yeah. And Critical Role's on a break, which is sad. But, like, I mean, I get it. But
because we were doing Critical Role for a long time. I'm so excited about it.
I've been big into Campaign 4. Highly recommend. It's been great. The first, like, full arc is done. again.
Yeah.
Basically. Because they split into 3 tables, and now they've all come back together, and then they've been on break for a bit.
Yep.
So it's the kind of
splitting off again.
Yep. So it's been very good, and I'm obsessed with all the characters. It's very fun.
Yep. And so that's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then more, like, we've been watching LA by Night.
Yeah. And continuing to read One Piece. I don't know if we've
Have
done an episode since the big reveal of, like,
maybe
a certain person's design?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
Yeah, because that's been a whole thing.
Because that's been a whole thing.
We've gotten spoilers up to current One Piece, which is like 1180 something.
1188, I think.
So we get like some Brooke backstory part 2, which is fun.
Brooke backstory part 2, which is fun.
I could do without all of the panty nonsense, but you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is, you know. Yeah, but One Piece has been good.
Yeah, it's been very good. Last chapter was pretty wild.
Yep, pretty wild. But yeah, it's been fun. I feel like I haven't read any more like Wheel of Time or anything.
And I've been listening to other like Vampire the Masquerade podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
One that's like, it's like a combination of like 3 different campaigns, kind of.
Right.
It's like a Sabat campaign happening, and then there's like a kind of Camarilla campaign also happening that are like kind of happening at the same time, and there's some like overlap.
Got you. Interesting.
Yeah. So I've still been obsessed with Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah.
Which has been fun.
Yeah.
But I think that's
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess this has been Let's Talk About Book.
Yeah.
And now you can go forth and think about book on your own time. Have a lovely whatever time it is.
Have a wonderful, wonderful day.